Hello and welcome to this video. We are going to be talking about the Southern Pine Beetle, and unfortunately, remains out of control here on Long Island due to the negligence from New York State. They're just not doing anything about it. We're not having the controlled burns. We're not doing nearly enough, and it's just remaining a severe problem here on Long Island. While the news media talks about the water quality declining here on Long Island, which I'm not even going to show in this video because, they only care about the coasts. In the middle of the island, the pine barrens are dying, and we're going to be talking about the Southern Pine Beetle here, and just some examples of the Southern Pine Beetle here. This is along the expressway here. This was taken back in 2022, and it has gotten so much worse now. This is along the Long Island Expressway in Manorville. It has gotten so much worse. And then here's another image here taken in Ridge along Route 25. On the northwest corner of Route 25 and the William Floyd Parkway. And we're going to show you how bad things have got progressed with the Southern Pine Beetle here on Long Island. And it's actually visible from Google Earth satellite imagery. So we're going to actually take a look at some of this imagery and show you some of these outbreaks. And hopefully my computer will cooperate here. I probably shouldn't have two of these open. So let's just use this. That way it won't slow the computer down too much. But we've had a lot of Southern Pine Beetle outbreaks here, and we're going to first start off around Brookhaven Labs, where it's been severe, the damage. It has been severe. So this is one of the areas here that has been affected by the Southern Pine Beetle here. And it's just all over the BNL area. You can see the dead trees here that we have all over the place. And they've even in these areas here, every area where there's pines, the beetles have pretty much not killed all these pines. You can take a look here. They're all dead. All that orange there is all dead pine trees, which is just unbelievable to see. And we see that over here too as well. Let's just see if we can we flatten this? I forgot how to do that. There's a way to flatten it. I forgot how to do it. It's doing it at an angle. I don't want to show that angle. How do I do that? I should know how to do that, but I don't know how. Alright. Well, we're going to have to look at it like this. But you can see here, there's all these trees here are dead. So if we roll back and we go into historical imagery here, so I'll take the ruler and we'll, no, that's not what I want. Historical imagery. We turn back the clock here. You can see how these beetles have progressed. So all this area in 2021 was full of pines. And now all these pines are dead. And it's just spreading throughout the entirety of the Long Island Pine Barrens because of the lack of fire. The areas that have had fires tend to fare better, but all along the LIE here, you have dead pines. It's just all over the place. If we go and we look at the street view here, how do I do that? I do it this way? Yeah. Let's go in here. Let's see, this was taken, I don't know what date this was, but you can see here, should show the date. It does not show the date. See, the problem with, that's why I had it in the other one. You can see all these trees here are killed by the beetles here, every single pine tree here. And this is happening throughout the whole Long Island Expressway. If you've ridden the Long Island Expressway, then you know exactly what's going on over here. And let me go back to the other Google Maps here. This is just easier. I can show you the progression on the street view here and show you how it's changed so much. We'll go over here. We'll show you. This is just one example of it, obviously. But this is, you can see all these dead trees here. The state has done nothing about. So you can go see more dates. You go back to December 2021. You can see it was already starting, but the state does nothing about these outbreaks. They don't come in. They don't do anything. They do nothing. This is what it used to look like in 2019. This is what it used to look like 2018, full of pines. And now the pines are just dying all over. And this is happening all over the Pine Barrens. And nowhere is it more evident than at Napeague. We're going to talk about Napeague as well, because that was a beautiful place. But Manorville is just being affected severely. The whole Manorville area is just seeing the pines die, and it's such a shame because this is such a beautiful ride on the expressway, and to see what's happening here is just heartbreaking. Let's see if we can get another street view to show you. All right, here we go. A whole bunch of dead pines again. And the state, again, they do nothing about it. There's an outbreak. They do nothing about it. See, this is a September 24. Now, all these pines are going to die because the state doesn't come in and cut down the dead trees. They just leave it like this, and the beetles just spread and spread and spread. And if there's anything that's going to make me shut up and go live in New Jersey, the number one thing that's going to make me shut up and go live in New Jersey is losing the Pine Barrens. If there are no Pine Barrens left on Long Island, I have no use for Long Island. Understand that, all right? So, and you can see here, there's a tree there that's dying. I mean, it's just all over. Let's see. We go to see more dates. And again, if we go back to 2019, this is what it used to look like. The state does nothing when there's an outbreak, so it just spreads unabated because the state does nothing about it. And the same case goes to that area in Ridge. So if we go to that area in Ridge, this is the area I'm talking about right here. This was full of pines, and now they're all gone. So let's see. We have, all right, this is the new street view here, I think. This area was full of pines, And you just see all the dead ones now. And they leave them standing, too, which is a hazard because they could fall on the road, too. And let's again go back to what it used to look like. So this is October 2019. This is what it used to look like. Look at all those delicious pines there. All those beautiful shapes there, all gone. And it's just unbelievable, and it's heartbreaking. So we're going to go back to Google Earth here, and we're going to go back, and we are going to look at Napeague, because this is the area where this is one of the worst outbreaks. And we're going to show you just how much, because they've got new imagery, and we can show you exactly what's happened out here. Actually, this doesn't have new imagery. Okay, this doesn't have the new imagery. I'm shocked. Oh, maybe I've got to change it. Here it is. Okay, so we've updated here. Here we are. Here we are at the new image. This is Napeague. You know, all these areas are where the pines are dying. You see here. They're all dying, and again, not enough's being done. There's some little areas left here. This was a beautiful pitch pine dune land over here that we used to have here that is dying. All these pines are dying, and this, again, not enough's being done. This is all going to go. I mean, literally, they let this whole park die. And by the time they started doing anything, it was way, way too late, and all these trees are dead now, all of them. And the ones left are going to go. You can see there's still outbreaks here spreading, all right? There's still outbreaks, all right? There's another area here. This is all gone as well. So pretty much it's getting to the point that the entirety of Napeague State Park is going to be devoid of pines because of these southern pine beetles, because the environment on Long Island has become toxic for the pines, and they can't survive here anymore. Luckily, this area here is still okay. That's Lazy Point. But this is all gone. Let me show you. We're going to go back here. We're going to show you what it used to be over here. See, you get an idea of how big this is. So this is in 2024. Let's go back to 2021. Yep, still a lot of pines here. It started around 2022, I think. Let's see if we can go over the 2022 here. I don't know. They may not have another image from that. So, yeah, we only have till 2024. But you can see the difference. There's just the huge, huge difference that we have here. And again, if I go over to here, and we'll look in here, you'll see again, this is Napeague State Park. All these pines are gone. All of them are. And again, you see what used to be over here. I mean, what we have now. I think they have some new images that we can look at. Yeah, here we go. 2024, you can see nothing but dead pines all over the place. This is just, oh, man. This is unbelievable, guys. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is all gone. The state didn't do anything. They needed to come in here and have a fire here. And for some reason, it seems like the forests here on Long Island, they can't even burn. I don't know, New Jersey's forests can burn. Our forests are so toxic, they can't even have a wildfire. This is what it used to be, just to show you what it used to be. Full of pines. And now it's gone. Look at that. I mean, both sides, all gone. All gone. The whole forest. And see, this is where it's spreading. You can see over here. You see these trees here? They're dying. I mean, this is what we used to have. And it's gone. And nobody's doing anything to save the Pine Barrens. Nobody is doing anything. These pines are on borrowed time. They're going to die too. I mean, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. They need to come through, cut down all the dead trees, have a fire, do a controlled burn, but the state doesn't do diddly squat about this. And because the pines here aren't getting fires like they're supposed to, the reason this is happening is because there are no fires. Fires are importantly vital for the Pine Barrens, and Long Island has a heavy fire suppression. All right, so without fire, these trees, these beautiful trees, are going to die. They're going to die because there are no fires. And the same thing happened over here at Napeague. So same thing. This is an old picture. These pines aren't here anymore. This is all going to be gone eventually. Thank God Lazy Point is still okay. They actually have a recent image of Lazy Point. And I really need to make sure I get here sooner. I wanted to get here over the summer, but the weather was just too hot. But I definitely want to get here before this is all gone, because it's only a matter of time. If the beetles don't get this area, the sea level rise will certainly get it. It's a beautiful area too. That's an idea of what we've lost. New York State isn't doing anything about it. They're not. And then of course we have the outbreaks in Southampton, of course, which I can show you on here as well. But yeah, we're losing the Napeague Pine Barrens. They've also spread into the hills too, by the way. Let's see if we can get again, we gotta get a current image. But they've also spread into the hills as well, the beetles. This is not showing it. Yeah, this isn't showing it. Let's maybe just adjust this again. There we go. Yeah, that's what was, and this is what it is now. All these pines are dead. So, yeah, the Pine Barrens and Hither Hills also gone as well, or pretty much on their way out at this point. So, East End, losing the Pine Barrens out there, and then going to Southampton, and we have a big problem here too as well with the Southern Pine Beetles as well, as you've seen here. And I have pictures of it. We can show you what's happened along the highway here, Sunrise Highway. It's a little further east than this. This whole area is gone as well. This used to be all full of pines, and now it's gone pretty much. Drag the little man in here, and you can see what's happened to this area. Let's see, yeah, all the pines here are dead. You see oaks. There are no pines here. They're all dead. Looks like they did cut a lot of them down at least. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like using this thing. It just doesn't work very well. I use it in the browser. It works better. Looks like they're building something there. Of course, that's why they want the Pine Barrens gone, so they can build stuff. That's exactly what's going on here. So, yeah, it's really unbelievable how the Beatles have just taken over Long Island, and they continue to take over Long Island, and it's just I'm going to show you more areas here because again, Google updated. Yep, here we go, some more outbreaks. Yep, that's all a Southern Pine Beetle outbreak again. See that red there? If it would load, that would be good, but that is a Southern Pine Beetle outbreak right there. There's one over here too. This is off Spionk. Oh, this is by the college. Great. There's one on the college campus too that's spreading over here. See all that red? That's all Southern Pine Beetles. Yeah, there's one over here too. Yeah, it's spread along Route 20. Again, I don't know why this is being so slow. It's not loading properly. Again, this is what happens. That's why I don't use this, because my computer just doesn't like this program. But you can see the red here. And again, if we go back and we take our... Oops, that's the wrong one. If we go back and look at the historical imagery, you can see the beginnings of it here. Go back here. You can sort of see the beginnings of it now. Go to the most recent, close this out. You can see how it's spreading. Yeah. Yep, even by the college. So the pine barrens on Long Island are quickly dying, and I think that is, I think, the number one reason why I know I'm going to have to wind up going to live in New Jersey. And you can see here too as well. Again, Google, it just doesn't want to load. Let's go back to maps here. I don't know. It's just giving me fuzzy images. Let's just go to maps. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have enough RAM to run that program. I don't know. Let's try it this way. All right. Problem is I can't pull up historical imagery on this thing. Yeah, it actually doesn't even show the latest imagery. It's not even showing the outbreaks. Yeah, this one is not even showing it. So the imagery on this is actually older. And it's not even showing the outbreaks. That imagery came in there. You can start to see the outbreaks over here, though, a little bit. All right, and then we have outbreaks along Route 51. This area, too, has Southern Pine Beetle outbreaks. Let's see if we can... let's see. Oh, here's a current one. All right, so this is from 2024. And I know there's some outbreaks here. And in fact, they've spread quite rapidly. So, yeah, it doesn't even show it on this one. This is July 2024. This area was okay back then, actually. Now it's spreading to this area. Yeah, this is the area. This is the area that it started. So you can see here. So I mean, our pine barrens are quickly disappearing on Long Island. And where's News 12? Where's the media? Why am I the only one talking about it? Nobody cares about the pine barrens here. I mean, yeah, these are going. It's all over the island. It really is. And that's showing more outbreaks here. I mean, they're just outbreaks all over the pine barrens, no matter where you go. And I'll be taking more videos and showing you what's happening here. Yep, that's gone too, it looks like. Let's see, BNL here. Oh, yeah, look at that. They're dying over here, too. Yep, they're dying all over BNL. This is happening and the drought is probably not helping, obviously, but again, New Jersey's not having any of these problems. Again, if I look at New Jersey, the New Jersey pine barrens are just fine. Again, I don't know why this is being slow. My computer is just, like, deciding it doesn't want to work anymore, I guess. I don't know why this is not, like, I had the same problem. That's why when I use Google Earth, it always screws up the... But we don't see this in New Jersey. We don't see Southern Pine Beetle outbreaks. If we go and we look at the Pine Barrens here, there are no Southern Pine Beetle outbreaks. They're fine. They're beautiful. No Southern Pine Beetle outbreaks at all. All right. West of Tom's River on Lacey Road here. You don't see any Southern Pine Beetle outbreaks here. It looks just beautiful. Look at this. So, it's because they have fires. There's something going on in Long Island. The environment here is so toxic. The pines, the pitch pines, which are extremely hardy trees, they can't survive here. So, there's something going on here on Long Island. Something seriously wrong with our environment that nobody's talking about. Because, again, this is a Long Island specific problem. New Jersey is not having this problem. They're not having it. So, yeah, it's just another reason why I'm going to have to... I know, I keep waffling back and forth, flip-flopping. Oh, you're going to start to survive on Long Island. You're not going to survive on Long Island. But when I see what the Beatles have done, I know that I need to leave Long Island because Long Island is a toxic place to live. If the pitch pines can't survive on Long Island, if these trees are dying like this, then I know I can't either. And they're dying all over Long Island. But I may have to eventually go and live in New Jersey, but I'm not going to shut up about what's happening to Long Island. It's not right. It just really just breaks my heart what's happening here. It really is. It really is. It's just unbelievable what's happening with these southern pine beetles and how our pine barrens are being destroyed across Long Island. And the further east you go, the worse it gets for some reason. The only areas that aren't being affected are areas that have had fires, like Rocky Point. But I'm worried eventually it's going to go into Rocky Point too. I've seen outbreaks over here. I mean, this is by Rocky Point Preserve. Let's take a look at the. Here we go. Yeah, all these pines are dying. Yep. I'm so sick of seeing this, man. It really is something. It really is. And again, we can go back and take a look at what it used to be like. This is what it used to be like. And the trees are just dying here, man. They're just dying. Because there's no fire. It's toxic. I think Long Island has just gotten too overdeveloped. And we've reached a point of no return at this point with Long Island, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but I think the pine barrens on Long Island are going to be going extinct. And with that, my life will be over here on Long Island. I don't want to live here anymore once the pine barrens are gone. Hopefully I can get at least one or two more years, but I think it is an eventuality that I'm going to have to go live in New Jersey when I see stuff like this. So, that's all. Thank you for watching.